Brought to you by Rush TV.
Happy Black History Month, and welcome to another episode of The Turnbuckle. I'm your host, Tammy Young. We have surprising news this week following yet another amazing episode of OCWFED Turmoil. Starting today's show, we have the upcoming OCW shows and events announced so far. First up, we have OCWFED's 18th anniversary show, which is set to take place on Saturday, February 25th, 2023. No word has been shared on which matches are currently booked for the show, but an official card should be shared soon. Speaking of big moment shows, OCW's Turmoil show is approaching its 300th episode. Many fans are excited as to what matches are scheduled for the tremendous event. At this moment, we don't have much information as to who will be scheduled for the show or what is planned, but we will keep continuing to watch this as time goes on, so we can share as soon as the information becomes available. Next up, we have the announcement for the return of OCW Ambition. Ambition's last show, which aired on December 28th, 2022, ended on a high note as the fans of the show praised John Carter and Henzo Yamashita, who put on a show-stopping fight. Many fans have been asking about the return of Ambition following these previous events. The show's new booker, OCW legend Paul Pugh, has announced that the event is set to air on Tuesday, February 28th, 2023. Here are the current advertised bookings for Ambition. The card is subject to change. Next up, we have an update on OCW's next Rumble Grounds event and possible match. As our sources have stated, Claudio Stardom will be facing Max Edwards in a singles match during the event, as well as a possible mixed tag match set to take place at the event, but no word on the possible participants at this time. Currently, Rumble Grounds is set to take place on Saturday, March 25th, 2023. We will keep you informed on any further updates. On to the injury report. This week, we have some good and some bad when referring to injuries. We have a returning member of the roster as well as a few minor additions that have been added to the medical list this week. First up, we have Marissa Welch, Mac, who was assaulted by Claudio Stardom at the beginning of the opening of the show. Marissa, who threatened to expose all information she had on Claudio, was viciously attacked by the international champion while the Iceman Nate Mack was still making his way to the arena. Our sources stated that Marissa suffered a sprained shoulder and elbow following the attack. She was checked out by medical staff and is still cleared to compete. Next up, we have Tara DeTuris, who was attacked by the members of TOG following her match with Miss V. Tara, who was a previous encounter with TOG member Sheann Lovelace, took place on Riot 597, as Sheann warned Tara of her actions, which ended in a stare-down with neither person backing down. Tara was attacked in the same manner as Harry Etiquette, who a few weeks ago, on Turmoil 291, was also assaulted by TOG, following her match against Marissa Welch-Mack, was seen being escorted to the back by medical staff following the vicious attack. We currently don't have word on Tara's condition, but we will update you as information is shared. On a good note, we have the return of Ines Quartz, who was attacked by former CCW champion Rex on Riot 597. Quartz suffered a severe cut to the back of his skull during an unprovoked attack by Rex. Quartz received several staples to the back of his skull following the events, but was quickly cleared by medical staff. Quartz appeared in the ring attacking Victor Carmine during a segment. After leaving Carmine motionless on the outside of the ring, Quartz declared war against Rex in a statement that we can't repeat here. Quartz vs. Rex is starting to turn into a possible death match between the two. Although we are never happy to see a member of the OCW roster taken out of commission. We will keep you up to date on any superstars added to this list as time goes on. As for now, that is all we have regarding injuries. Before going on to Turmoil, let's take a look at the card for Riot 598. Let's move on to this week's Turmoil moments and matches of the show. First, up for our moments of the night, we have a contract signing that took place between the OCW Invader, the Hellraiser Cody Hagan, and Castianity's Chris Green, with OCW's general manager Imp as a mediator. The contract signing started off on calm as Cody Hagan and Chris Green bantered back and forth, while Imp informed the two that the match will take place during the return show of Ambition. Both men agreed to the terms of the contract and went to shake hands, but the matter quickly turned into a brawl as Cody Hagan slapped Chris Green instead of shaking his hand. The two broke into a brawl on the ramp that had to be broken up by Imp, as well as the members of CAW and security. The battlefield is set and the combatants are ready. OCW is looking forward to seeing the battle of Cody Hagan versus Chris Green. As the countdown to this battle begin, only time will tell what these two have up their sleeves. Next up for Moments of the Night, we have Russ Cole in a backstage brawl against the OCW Heavyweight Champion and member of Castianity, Harvey Hamilton Ocean. The brawl that broke out between the two wrestlers during a commercial break had fans in shock as the OCW champion H2O was brutally thrown through a table and hit with several stiff shots to the skull by Rust Coley. The current OCW champion put up one hell of a fight as the two eventually made their way to the ring, where it appeared H2O would finally be able to break away from the relentless Rust Cole. But the attempt to get away was short-lived as Rust was on top of every move H2O could make. Just when Rust was looking to finish H2O off for good, Chris Green made his way to the ring to save the OCW champion. The tables began to turn as the numbers game worked toward Castianity's favor. As the two members of Castianity began their attack on Rust Cole, the assault was interrupted as Cody Hagan made his way down to the ring. The members of Castianity fled to fight another day. Can Rust Cole trust Cody Hagan to watch his back? We'll have to see in the coming weeks. That's it for our Moments of the Night, and on to the match of the nights. We have a blast from the past matchup with OCW legend and the Rated RR superstar, Chris Baxter versus OCW living legend Larry Mugen in a singles match competition that required several hospitals to be on guard just in case. The match was more than your usual OCW fan could handle, as several fans suffered from medical incidents from shock and awe during the fight. As Mugen not only stepped out of the way during a dive by Chris Baxter that would have sent any OCW rookie straight to the ER, but also after watching Baxter kick out of a deadly lariato by Mugen. The two men showed why they are considered legends in the books of OCW, as they beat the hell out of each other until almost neither man was able to stand. Chris Baxter was one step above Mugen as he was able to land the peg leg with a massive impact on Mugen, putting him down for the final count. It was an amazing match put on by both men that left the fans wanting more. As for the turnbuckle, this is the end of this week's episode, but you can always get caught up on OCW matches, news, and more at OCWFED.com. Until next time, I have been Tammy Young, and this has been The Turnbuckle. I'll see you next time.